Hello and welcome to this show. My name is Ibuchi Emmanuel. With me on the show today is the president of ATCON and a partner with ATCON International, Mr. Teniola Olushola. You're welcome to this program.
Good morning.
Thank you so much, sir. You've headed ATCON for over a quarter now. So far, what have you introduced to the industry?
I guess when you say over a quarter, you mean 3 months.
Yeah, it's...
And one of the things that I usually put for myself is usually a list of the first things I want to do in the first 100 days.
Okay.
So yes, I've been the president for now over a quarter of 2016, and the things that we've achieved have been tremendous. I say we because it is a team effort, it's not just myself. We have the Secretariat involved as well in some of the activities. Okay. One of the key things, I think the first week, I think when I assumed the leadership was to jet off to Accra and give a keynote speech on broadband from a ECOWAS perspective. So it was a Ghanaian Awards affair and conference, and I gave the keynote speech there. So that's one of the things that I said in my sort of acceptance speech, that we'll be looking to liaise and reach out to international bodies, and we'll do that continuously. So that's one of the activities. The second one really is to really sort of work with government. When I say work with government, not in an antagonist manner, but in an understanding of reasonable, balanced approach. Okay. So I've had an opportunity to now work with the current EBC, Professor Dambata. We've started to address some of the issues. The third is also to reach out to the Honourable Minister. As you know, the Honourable Minister is a very humble servant of ours, and I really respect his views. And he's given us guidance as to what he intends to do over the next 3 years under the Nigerian ICT 2016-2019 roadmap.
You just talked about having interaction with the Honourable Minister on the roadmap to 2016. Can you let us into the roadmap?
Well, the roadmap itself has just been presented by the Honourable Minister to the Federal Executive Council last week. Being one of the main stakeholders in the industry, he let us see a copy and to give comments. The roadmap itself is really a continuum of where Dr. Omobola Johnson, former Minister of Communications Technology, left off, with some aspects to really pinpoint and prioritize some of the initiatives that she started, and also the ones that are recurring themes. And the Minister has also shared his timelines and plans with us, and I think that's something that he will share with the wider public when the time comes. Obviously, we're just waiting for the President to actually obviously ratify his presentation. But I'm very hopeful that the next 3 years will be a period of great development under his stewardship.
You're managing two strong entities at the moment. You have the ATCON as the president, and you're also the partner in ATCON International. How do you get to combine this, and what are the challenges you get to face?
Remember, I said at the beginning of this interview that really it's not just about me. It's also, you know, any leader needs to have a strong team, or a team that's supportive. In my time when I took on the role as the president, I was ready to run in a large institution based in South Africa. So I think corporate governance and the support that we have enables the CEO to be able to do other things as well as run the day-to-day operations. I see the same thing with the ATCON. I think ATCON Secretariat as it is at the moment suffices, but as we go forward we'll be looking to expatiate on that, That will give me time to focus on the more strategic, in the areas, initiatives that any president should be looking at. So I really look to strengthen that Secretariat, because as we start to reach out to international bodies, they'll expect a certain level of service. So yeah, as I said, I myself, without a strong team, I can't be able to deliver my mandate.
Let me ask you this: telecom service tax has been on the front row in the social media. What is your view on this? Do you think this will fly?
Well, let's put it this way. I think that if you look at the media and my paper that I submitted at the LCCI about 2.5 weeks ago now, seems a long time ago, you see where I stand personally and where we stand collectively on this. And it's not just from ATCOM, it's Alton, NatComs, and other civic societies and some consumer societies. I mean, the issue is that the communication services tax is untimely. And what do I mean by that? I think that we've reached a point in our development where we're transitioning from voice to data, and the amount of investment required to be put to actually make broadband ubiquitous doesn't need another tax to stifle the investments that may come to support that drive. So I believe that we need to have further dialogue with the legislators, and I think that the Honourable Minister has rightly pointed to that direction, that he feels that he's in the position to enable that to happen before it gets to second reading, let alone the public hearing. So we're anticipating a response from the Honourable Minister's office to allow us to put forward our views to the legislators so that they can actually reconsider, or even at the best to step it down.
Okay, finally, let me let you off the hook. I feel the government is being insensitive to the masses. As a stakeholder in the industry, should this go on, or should it be scrapped, the communication service tax?
Okay, the CST.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that yes, it should be stopped. It shouldn't be used to add to the current 26 multiple taxes that we currently have to bear in the industry. And remember, this 9% tax actually gets pushed onto the consumers.
Yeah,
So
because it's like the consumers are the ones going to face all of this.
Well, that's normally the case. And if we, let's say as a minimum, if you get a recharge card, you might have to spend another 20 naira on top of the 200. And then some people need to find money to feed. They have families, so there will be some difficult choices to be made. So I think personally, it's not, as I said, it's not a timely intervention by legislators to be slamming on further taxes without harmonization of the current taxes that were that currently exists. And also you have to remember that the telecoms industry contributes at least $890 million a year to the treasury at the moment, just in taxes that they impose. So that's a sizable amount. So trying to double that on the back of the communication service tax is deemed unfair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Teniola, for coming to our show. It's really been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much.